On the media review segment today, we shall be rolling out the scorecard of the media in the last 3 years of this current administration. And to discuss that with me in the studio today is Mr. Emmanuel Ohio-Mohai. You're welcome, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you.
All right. For the past 3 years, the media has played a significant role in this administration. What can you say the media has done? What has the media done well, and what has the media not done well in this last 3 years?
Thank you very much, Kende. In trying to assess the media in the last 3 years, I would say the media has been too involved in the politics rather than the development of this administration. Now, the media has tried to an extent to cover the Muhammadu Buhari administration to the extent to which they have been exposed to. And I'll give examples in the sense that there have been coverages of some developments, but when you measure them with the politics, you see that the politics weighs higher and there is like a drop in development, and it tends to look as if the administration has really not done anything, done little or nothing in terms of development. When we talk about development, what has the administration exposed to the media? One, they have exposed, okay, the railway. Beyond the railway development, the railway milestones, what has been exposed again? The administration have very laudable programs that they have put on paper, but they have not shown us what exactly it is in terms of letting us see physically the implementation of all these on blueprints. Okay, now there have been a lot of bias by the media because of proprietary interests. Of course, you know that we have a lot of private owned media in this, and because of the proprietary interests, there is a tendency towards sensationalism, which does not give a proper coverage or a proper background understanding of what exactly the administration is doing.
All right, so I would like to take you up on that.
Yes.
You know, the media is supposed to be objective.
Yes.
And you talk about proprietorship in terms of censorship and all of that. So how do you think the media can actually, you know, curb this and ensure that we truly report the achievement, the development of this administration, not just the politics, like you said?
I'll put the ball in the court of the media management of this administration. The media managers need to do more. You have Empower, you have the school feeding, you have railway, you have other programs, social welfare, and the administration concentrated a lot on social welfare and building entrepreneurship because of where the government was coming from. You came from a recession, and so there was a need to build the social welfare programs that will make the Nigerians not feel the impact, or so not feel as much impact of the recession. And then you had all this, but how many of the media managers took media men and say, come, let us go and see this school feeding program, not stage managed? Because that was where the opposition media took advantage of it, because there was no one telling people about, showing them how children are feeding. You know, it is not when the vice president goes to Osun State, that is when you take the media there. Take a media team and go around this country. You know that there is a school feeding program. You know that there is the Empower. Let them see the beneficiaries of these programs. Because there were no beneficiaries that were shown, the opposition took advantage of it. And there you were seeing on the social media so many stories of, oh, the kind of food that was given to these students was bad, or the caterers weren't paid enough, or the Empower, some people came out and said, no, there is nothing like Empower. Whereas that, I know some people that benefited from Empower. But if the opposition will not help you tell your story, the media managers of this administration should have done more. I
Right.
wouldn't score them very high in trying to manage the developments of or the milestones of this administration.
All right, so I would like to take you up on the issue of the new media.
That's social media.
Social media. A lot of stories emanate from the social media. Some fake, some you can't even trace the origin of those stories. And these stories, one way or the other, has affected this administration. We've had fake stories, fake news, and all of that. What can you say about this new media, and how can we curb this fake stories coming out from this social media? Because the truth is, a lot of people, especially the opposition, have used this avenue, you know, to raise all kinds of eyebrow.
You're right. You're right. It comes back to what I'm saying. In fact, the social media has become more dangerous in the last 3 years of this administration, I must say, because the fake news, the way stories are tweaked, the way even video is tweaked to show as if to make things look worse than they seem. It's so very bad. And I tell you, it's going to be very difficult because we're all in charge of our own handles, Twitter handles. We're all in charge of our own Facebook account. It is only in China, I know they gag the new media because you cannot access Facebook in China, you cannot access some other social media. But what do you do as a media organization or a member of the media? And it comes back now to the media management. I tell you, the people will not sell the administration to the people. The opposition will not sell this administration to the people. It is the media managers of this administration that will sell the administration. So if they have concrete stories, if they have situational stories put out there, then they will able to counter a lot of, see, media management is not all about press releases and accusations. They do not do justice to media management, and that is what we have seen a lot of this at this point.
I would like to take you on the opposition. Do you think that the media has given the opposition a fair share? They've been given the right opportunity to also express themselves in this
I think the
administration?
media has given the opposition more than a fair share. And why I say more than a fair share is because the government media managers were not doing enough to balance it. We need the opposition to put the government on their toes. But the truth about it is that if the government media managers had been doing well enough to counter what this or that the opposition are saying, not through press releases, but by bringing out the real stories that come out and all that, you need to be able to convince people. And by convincing people, you need to show visuals. You need to show pictures. You need to be very convincing in your stories. So if you had people who, a media team that was bringing out stories of the developments, of the milestones, of the progress of this administration, then you would have had probably a balanced this is so. But there, there's an imbalance. It seems as if, and that's why you see visuals on the social media where somebody is groping in the dark and they say somebody is looking for the developments of this administration, even in the dark, because you can't see it. Or someone puts himself inside a puddle and says there is somebody looking for the developments of this administration.
All right, thank you very much. Finally, would you say that the media is being victimized by this current administration?
Well, I will concentrate my answers on the center, because if you look at, I don't want to look at the states. If you look at states, some state governments have not done justice to that issue. But the center, victimization is in different ways, but I will not say there has been any clear case of victimization of the media by the government. I mean, direct victimization. We don't know whether there are any other backhand victimizations and all that, background victimization, but we don't want to go to background or backhand or backdoor victimizations. But direct victimization, we have not seen any media cry out and said, okay, this government came and they raided us and did this, or they stopped us, censorship, they stopped us from doing this kind of thing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. It was good having you on this media review today. We'll go back to Omini for the rest of the program.
Well, it's time to go on Insight today. I believe you had it insightful. Kehinde?
Well, that's how much we can take today. We just want to wish Nigeria a happy Democracy Day. Good night.
I'll also say Happy Democracy Day, and we believe we'll also be here to discuss the 4 years of the administration moving on in Nigeria's democracy. Thanks for being there, and always be our guide, our guest on Insight. Bye-bye.